Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. I want to apologize right away. I got a head cold, and if I sound terrible, I apologize. And I can't sleep, so I figured, what the heck, let's play some baseball. So we're going to do the game three of this 1906 Chicago Cubs versus Chicago White Sox World Series. The Cubbies lead 2 games to none. And as you can see, the Cubbies have been hitting the hell out of the ball. Matt Moore is 1 for 1. Tanker's 5 for 7. Schultz 6 for 10. Schreckert 5 for 10. Seinfeld 4 for 9. Chance 3 for 8. Kling 3 for 9. Hey Ken, yeah, more baseball. I can't get to sleep anyway, so might as well do some 1906 baseball, buddy. And really, the only one not hitting is Johnny Evers and Huffman. And over for the White Sox, it's a completely different story. You got Davis is batting 1 for 3. Sullivan's 2 for 6. Rose 2 for 7. Donahue 2 for 9. And everybody else, if they have a hit, it's 1 for 7 is Isbell. Doherty is 1 for 8. Hans 1 for 8. Jones is 1 for 9. Then you got O'Neill, Tannehill, and Town hasn't hit the ball a lick. So let's get down here and get this game started, folks. We'll take a look here at the starting lineups for game number 3. And for the White Sox, is that the right lineup? That don't look like the right lineup. Been having trouble with this. We'll check and make sure here. So I'm using real life lineups, but the game, some reason. Yeah, that's the lineup. Okay. Just want to make sure. So they switched it up here in game 3. So leading off for the White Sox, playing left field, Ad Hahn. Batting second, playing center field, is Fielder Jones. Batting third, playing second base, is Frank Isbell. Batting fourth, playing third base, is George Rowe. Batting fifth, playing first base, is Jiggs Donahue. Batting seventh and doing the catching. See, they don't have. That's what I thought. Something was wrong. He was supposed to be batting eighth. Go back here. Doherty, they don't got. So it keeps messing with these guys. So we'll put Hahn in right, Doherty in left. Hopefully that'll take care of him. What the? Let's look here. It's been screwing this up every game. I should have checked it out before I got on here. I apologize. Every game it's been doing this. Messing with this lineups. I don't know why for the White Sox. Doesn't like something. Doesn't like. So right field. Jones in center. And Doherty in left. Let's see if it takes it this time. See if it takes it this time. Alrighty, now it takes it. So Bill Sullivan catching. Tannehill's playing short, and Ed Walsh is on the mound, batting ninth. And for the hometown Chicago Cubs, you got Solly Hoffman leading off, playing center field. Batting second, playing left field, Jimmy Schreckard. Batting third, playing right field, is Frank Schultz. Batting fourth, playing first base, is Frank Chance. Batting fifth, playing third base, is Harry Seinfeld. Batting sixth, playing shortstop, is Joe Tinker. Batting seventh and playing second base is Johnny Evers. And batting eighth on the catching is Johnny Kling. And on the mound for the Cubbies, batting ninth is Jack Fester. Let's get this game started here. I'll notice another thing too. It's got me managing both teams, and I don't want to manage either one of them. So let's go back and change that. Should get Ken Castro in here to manage them. See if he can get the White Sox a victory here against these Cubbies. It's been all Cubbies so far. Alrighty, we got Ed Hahn due up here. Hahn's batting only a $1.25, 1-for-8. It was a home run, a 2-run shot against Jack Felster. This is Jack's first appearance here in these World Series. And here's the 2-1 pitch to Ed Hahn. That ball is hit over the short second for an easy out. 1 up and 1 down for the White Sox. And that'll bring up Mr. Jones, batting 111, 1 hit and 1 RBI in this World Series. And that's a little nubber out in front of the plate. Hopefully this game gets a little better here. It's a little draggy. 2 up and 2 down. And that'll bring up Frank Isbell. And Frank's again 1-for-7, batting 143 in the World Series. These White Sox have struggled against the Cubbies. That's a swing and a miss, strike 3. The White Sox go down in order. Now we go to the bottom of the first. White Sox nothing. Huffman, Schreckert, and Schultz due up here for the Cubbies. Huffman's batting 100. One of the few Cubbies not batting well. Going against Ed Walsh, his first appearance in this World Series. Here's the pitch to Huffman. 2-0 count on him. That ball's hit in the left field. That'll be a base hit. As soon as I talk bad about somebody, he gets a hit. So leadoff single by Huffman. Here comes Jimmy Schreckert, and he's batting 500 with an RBI. Huffman down to first with excellent speed. How long will he stay put? Here's the 0-1 pitch. He squares the bunt. It's bunted foul. Strike 2. Huffman's still down there at first. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That ball is hit in the second base. Nice play. And that'll be out number 1. Let's take a look at that. That was a darn good play down there at second. Thought that was getting through for a base hit. Nice dive and stop. Gets up with it. Fires over the first for out number 1. But the Cubbies got a runner in scoring position. A single will score a Huffman easy. We got Frank Schultz up. He's 6-for-10 with a homer and 3 RBIs, batting 600, folks. Here's the first pitch swinging. That ball is hit down the second. That'll be in there for an out. And that'll be 2 outs now. And I think we're turning off that follow the ball. It's just not working here. There we go. See what view we got here with the action too. Okay. See if this looks better. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That ball is hit in the center field. And that's going to be caught. And the Cubbies strand 1. We go to the top of the second. It's nothing. We got Rowe, Donahue, and Doherty due up here. George is 2-for-7, batting 286 in the World Series. Here's the pitch from Jack, 1-2 count. And that's a swing miss, strike 3. 1 up and 1 going. And here comes Jiggs Donahue. Donahue's batting 222, 2 hits and an RBI. Excuse me. And that ball is hit in the left field. That should be an easy out. 2 up and 2 down for the White Sox. And it's up to Patsy Doherty to keep this second inning alive. He's only batting a $125, 1 for 8. That's a ground ball down the short, over to first. And that'll end the inning. We go to the bottom of the first. Bottom of the second. Still no score. We got Steinfeld, Tinker, and Evers due up. And Steinfeld is 4 for 9, batting .444 with 2 RBIs. Here's the 2-2 pitch to him. And that ball's hit in the right field. That'll drop in for a base hit. And again, the Cubbies got the lead. Batter aboard. And he's got excellent speed down there. And here's Tinker. Well, he tried to bunt him over and get him in scoring position, folks. And he looks at ball one, and he's in there safely. Strike one, rather. And he's in there safely with a stolen base. So now the Cubbies, oh, he was out? I thought he was in there safely. Let's take a look at that. Missed that call, didn't I? Looked like he made it in there under the tag to me. Close play, but they got him. So now there's nobody on and 1 out for Tinker. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And that ball's hit down the short for out number 2. We'll change this camera here. See if that helps out. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That's hit down the short, over to first, over to second, and that'll end the inning, folks. Oh, it wasn't a double play. So Johnny Evers is on at first, Kling's up. See what old Kling can do. That ball is laced down the first, and that'll end the inning. The Cubbies strand 1. We go to the top of the third. It's still nothing. Sullivan, Tannehill, and Ed Walsh due up. Old Sullivan, 2 for 6, batting .333. One of the few White Sox that's hitting decent. And he swings and misses. That's the old announcer's luck there. Reverse luck. Jinxed him, and now he's struck out. And Tannehill is up now. He is yet to get a base hit. He's 0 for 4 in this World Series. And that's a drive in the left field. That should be out number 2. 2 up and 2 down. And Ed Walsh is up, his first plate appearance of the World Series. And we know on this channel we don't need no stinking DH. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Ed. And that's a grounder back to his counterpart at the mound. 1, 2, 3 go the White Sox. To the bottom of the third we go. Felster, Huffman, and Sheckert due up. This is Jack's first plate appearance. Can he get a base hit here and start this inning off for the Cubbies? 1-1 pitch to him. That's hit down the short, over to first. That'll be out number 1. First time the Cubbies haven't had the leadoff batter aboard. And we're back to the top of the order in Huffman. He's 1 for 1 today. Here's the 2-0 pitch to him. Sully hits that ball out the right field. And that's a foul ball. So here's the 2-1 pitch to Sully now. And this one's hit in the center field. And that's out number 2. 2 up and 2 down. Brings up Jimmy Sheckard. And he's 0 for 1 today. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Jimmy. And he drives that ball down the second. Should be out number 3, and it is. And the Cubbies go down in order. We go to the top of the 4th. Still no score. Top of the order due up here for the White Sox. Han Jones and Isbell. And Ed looks at this pitch, swings at it, drives it down to first. That'll get through for a base hit. So the White Sox now with a runner down at first and nobody out. And Ed's got excellent speed. Fielder up the bat. Let's see if he's going to lay down a bunt here, folks. And he squares around on the first pitch, hits that ball down the first, only plays over to first. That'll get the runner in scoring position for Frank Isbell. And he's only batting a $125. He's 0 for 1 today. Here's the 1-2 pitch to him, and that's a big strikeout. 2 outs now with the runner down at second for George Rowe. George is 0 for 1 today. He come through with a base hit to put the White Sox on the board here. That ball's hit into the corner. That's going to be at least a double, maybe a triple. And that'll give the White Sox a 1-0 lead, folks. Let's look at that as that ball got caught in the corner down there. So the White Sox go on top 1-0. And now you got a runner down at third for Donahue. He's 0 for 1 today. 2 outs. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And Jiggs hits that ball in the center field. Nice dive and catch to end the inning. Let's take a look at that again. That saved a run out there. But the White Sox score 1 on the RBI triple. We go to the bottom of the fourth. It's 1-0 White Sox. So we got Schultz, Chance, and Steinfeld due up here. And Frank is 0 for 1 today. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Frank. And they hit him, folks. The Cubbies ain't too happy, but I'm sure he ain't trying to hit the tying run, especially with Schultz's speed. Here's Frank Chance up. Let's see if Frank tries to steal second and rub some salt in the wound. That's a check swing strike. Schultz is still down there at first. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Chance. That ball is hit in the center field. That's going to drop for a base hit. And that's going to be first and third and nobody out. And the Cubbies trying to get that run right back. Now you got speed on the corners. Harry Steinfeld up. He's 1 for 1 today. He's got 2 RBIs in this World Series. Can he at least pick up number 3? That's a ball, and that's going to be thrown down at second for an out, folks. That's the second time they've thrown a runner out at second. Now you got Schultz down at third with 1 out. And here's the 1-2 pitch to Harry. And that should get the run in. Nice catch out there. And he didn't tag up. That's hard to believe, folks. He did not tag up on that sliding catch. What are the Cubbies thinking here? Should have been able to score easy on this. Look at that backhanded catch. All righty, it's up to Joe Tinker now with 2 outs. The runner still down at third. That's hit up the middle to second. That should be an easy play. And the Cubbies strand 1 on some questionable base running there. We go to the top of the 5th. It's 1-0. We got Doherty, Sullivan, and Tannehill due up here against Jack Felster. And Patsy's 0 for 1 today. That ball's hit down the second. Should be an easy play for Johnny. Over the chance for out number 1. And up stands that Bill Sullivan. And Bill's 0 for 1 today. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Sullivan. And that is hit in the left field. That'll drop in for a base hit. And Sullivan's got a really big show starting now. Runner down at first. Excellent speed for Tannehill, who has yet to pick up a base hit in this World Series. He's swinging on the first pitch down the short. Tinker over to Johnny, but they won't turn 2. Ed Walsh is up now. 2 outs and a runner down at first. And he strikes him out, and the White Sox strand 1. And we got Evers, Kling, and Felster due up here, the bottom part of the order for the Cubbies. And that's hit down the shortstop over the first. And that is out number one. Up stands Johnny Kling. He's 0 for 1 today. Can he get a 1-out rally started here? Here's the 3-1 pitch. Yeah, exactly. Oh, Ed Sullivan. Sullivan. And that's 2 quick outs. It's up to Mr. Felster to get it done on his own here. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Jack. And that's hit down the third. That should be a 1-2-3 inning for the Cubbies. And we go to the top of the sixth. It's 1-0 White Sox. Top of the order due up here for the White Sox on Jones and Isbell. Here's the pitch to Ed. And that's going to be hit in the left field. That ball is going to make it to the wall. He's grounding second, headed for third. He's a brown-eyed, handsome man, and he's in there safely with a leadoff triple, folks. That's going to bring the Cubbies infield in with Jones up now. Here's the 0-2 pitch to him. And that ball is hit down the first. Chance has it, goes over to first, looks the runner back to third. So now you got Isbell up, runner still down at third, 1 out. Cubbies still got the infield in. Here's the 3-2 pitch to him. And that ball is hit down the short, over to third. They double them off. That ain't the Tinker to ever to Chance. That's Tinker to over to third double play. Nice play. Let's take a look at that line drive shot again. Hit down the Tinker. And we got the top of the order due up here for the Cubbies. Huffman, Schreckert, and Schultz. And Sully's 1 for 2 today. Can he get aboard here and get something started? Here's the 1-2 pitch to him. That's hit down the third. Easy grounder over to first for out number 1. Let's try another view here. I'm trying to get a better view. Let's try this one. Here comes Schreckert up now. Let's see what old Jim can do. That's a ground ball down the short over to first. 2 up and 2 down. And here comes Frank Schultz. He's 0 for 1 today. Can Frank get a 2-out rally started here for the Cubbies? Down by 1. And that ball is hit in the right field. That'll be a can of corn. 1, 2, 3, go to Cubbies. We make it to the 7th inning. It's still 1-0 White Sox. Rowe, Donahue, and Doherty due up here. And George is 1 for 2 today with an RBI. Drove in the only run so far this game. He squares the bunt, fouls that one off. 2 balls and 2 strikes on him now. Here's the 3-2 pitch to George. And that ball is hit back to the mound, over to first, and he beats it out for an infield hit. So the White Sox got a runner on now for old Jiggs. Donahue, he's 0 for 2. Can we see the Tinker to Evers to Chance double play here? Here's the 0-1 pitch. He squares the bunt. Ball's hit down the Chance over to first. And that'll be safe, he is. So on an infield hit. And the White Sox are making noise here. Patsy Doherty up. He's 0 for 2. Runners at first and second. Good speed. Can the White Sox add to this lead? He squares the bunt. That ball's hit down the third, over to first. And that's the first out of this inning, folks. That'll force the Cubbies to bring the infield in. Again, second and third now, 1 out. And Billy Sullivan up the bat. He's one of the few White Sox hitting well, and he's 1 for 2 today. And he's first pitch swinging. No, they're going to intentionally walk him. Walk, the base is loaded. Does set up the double play. See if this pays off. They're keeping the infield in now. Brings up Tannehill, who has yet to get a base hit. He's 0 for 2 today. And he just walked in a run, folks. That is the problem with walking the bases loaded. And that brings up Ed Walsh. Can he drive in some runs and give himself a nice lead here? Again, the infield still in. That ball's hit down the third. He's coming home with it. That'll be an out. Over to first. Not in time. So now there's 2 outs. The bases are still juiced. It's still a 2-0 ball game. And we're back to the top of the order. And Ed Hahn. Ed's 2 for 3 today. And that's going to be a base hit that's going to be a can of corn out to center field. That'll end it. But the White Sox score 1 on the walk. We go to the 7-inning stretch. It's 2-0. All righty. We got Chance, Seinfeld, and Tinker due up. Can the Cubbies get back in this game? They're down 2-0. Here's the 3-2 pitch to Tinker. That's hit down the short. His counterpart's up with it, fires over the first, out number 1. And that brings up Harry Steinfeld. Harry's 1 for 2, 1 of the 4 hits in this ball game by the Cubbies. And that's hit down the third, over to first. 2 ground balls, 2 outs. And it is up to Mr. Tinker to keep this inning alive. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Joe. And that's hit down the short. 3 ground balls to the left side of the infield and 3 outs. We go to the top of the 8th. White Sox trying to get their first win in this World Series. We got Jones, Isbell, and Rowe due up. And Fielder is 0 for 2 today. Here's a full count to him. That ball's hit down the first. Chance has got it. Steps on the bag himself for out number 1. Here comes Frank. He's 0 for 3 today. Excuse me. And that ball is hit in the right field, just out of the reach of Johnny for a 1-out base hit. And brings up George Rowe, 2 for 3, having a fine game with an RBI. And off goes the runner, and he's going to make it in there safely. No, he's out. Nice throw. And let's take a look at that again. Good throw by Johnny Kling. Gets him, man. Thought he had a great jump and was going to be safe in there. So now there's 2 outs, nobody on for George. Here's the 2-1 pitch to him. And that ball is lifted in the right field. That'll be out number 3. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Time's running out on these Cubbies. Bottom part of the order due up. Evers, Kling, and Fierster if they let him hit. And that's going to be a base on balls. Not what you want to see if you're a White Sox fan. Walking the tie and run. Johnny Kling's up. He's 0 for 2 today. Johnny with a lot of speed down there at first. He be taking off. That ball is hit up the middle for a base hit. Johnny's going to stop at second, and all of a sudden the Cubbies making some noise here in the 8th inning, folks. We got a pitch hitter here for Jack. Pat Maroon's coming up. He's 1 for 1 with an RBI in this World Series. Can he do it again? Great speed on the pads. A single probably gets it 2-1. A double might tie this game up. And he's first pitch swinging, and they hit him. That ball bounced the whole way out the third. Wait a second. That didn't make no sense. The graphic sure didn't match what happened. Let's take a look here. That ball looked like it plunked him. And it did. So it got me. The graphics don't make sense. Little glitch, but that's second and third now. I guess he squared around the bunt. So it's up to Hoffman. He's 1 for 3. He's singled to start this game off with. A single will tie this ball game up. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Huffman. And that is hit down the third. He looks the runners back over the first. 2 down now. So it's up to Jimmy Sheckard. Sheckard's 0 for 3. He's had a nice World Series. Can he do it again here, folks? Here's the 0-1 pitch to Jimmy. And that ball is down the short, gets through. That scores 1. Here comes the runner around third to play at the plate, and he's safe, and the Cubbies have tied this ball game up. It's 2 apiece. Jimmy down at the first, having a hell of a World Series. Here comes Frank Schultz up now. He's having a hell of a series. He's 0 for 2 today. See if he can untie this ball game. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And that drops in for a hit. And here comes the throw in, and he's going to be out by Mal at second. Don't know what he was thinking there. What was he thinking? He wasn't thinking, because he was out by 2 country miles. Not even close. But the Cubbies tie this game up. We go to the top of the 9th. And the new pitcher on the mound is Overall. And this is his first appearance in the World Series. He'll be facing Donahue, Doherty, and Sullivan. And Jiggs is 1 for 3 today. Here's the 1-2 pitch to him. That ball's hit down the chance. Easy play for out number 1. That brings up Patsy Doherty. He's 0 for 2 today. Still struggling at the plate. That's another ground ball to Chance. Another out. They may want to hit it to somebody else. And that brings up George Davis. He's going to pitch hit here. See what George does. And that's going to be a fly ball in the center field. Out goes Tinker to make the catch. And 1, 2, 3 goes the White Sox. We got Chance, Seinfeld, and Tinker due up here. Can the Cubbies come back and win this game in the 9th inning? Ed Walsh is still on the mound. And that's going to be a fly ball in the left field for out number 1. And that music is getting on my nerves. So we're going to turn off that music, I can tell you that. Turn it off. Okay. Now we got Harry Seinfeld up. And Harry's 1 for 3 today. Can he get a 1-out rally started? Here's the 2-1 pitch to Harry. And Seinfeld hits that ball down the third for out number 2. 2 up and 2 down for the Cubbies. It's up to Joe Tinker to try to keep this inning alive so the Cubbies can win this in 9 innings. Joe's 0 for 3. And that's going to be hit in the right field. Nice diving catch. Robs Joe of a base hit. Let's take a look at that again. And we got extras. Read all about it. Extra innings, folks. That's how the first game of this World Series was. Orville's on the mound still. He'll be facing a pitch hitter in Bud O'Neill. See if they let Ed Walsh bat, and then back to the top of the order and Ed Hahn. So O'Neill's pitch hitting for Tannehill. And that's a base on balls. So the go-ahead runs down at first. Ed Walsh is going to come to the plate. I assume he's going to be bunting. Here's the 1-1 pitch. He squares. Nice bunt out in front of the plate. over to first. Go ahead runs now in scoring position with one out. To the top of the order we go. Ed Hahn's having a good game. He's 2 for 4. Here's the 1-0 pitch to him. That ball's hit down the chance. He takes it himself, touches the bag, 2 outs. Go ahead runs only 90 feet away. Getting fielder Jones get a nice base hit here and drive him in. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Jones. And that's hit down to Johnny over at second. And that'll be out number 3. The White Sox leave a runner stranded at third. To the bottom of the 10th we go, tied up at 2 apiece. Bottom part of the order due up here for the Cubbies. Evers, Kling, and Overhaul due up. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Johnny. And that's a bouncer down the short. I think Johnny's going to beat that out. No throw. So the Cubbies got the winning run down at first and nobody out. Will Johnny Kling bunt him over to second, or will Johnny just try to steal second? Here's the first pitch, and he's off and running. And here's the throw down, and he's out of there, folks. They gun him down. So now Johnny Kling's up with nobody on. Give these catchers some credit. They've thrown them out today. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Kling. And that ball is hit in the center field, and that'll be out number 2. So now we got a pitch hitter here for Overhaul, and that is Jimmy Slang, his first plate appearance in this World Series. Here's the 2-1 pitch to him. And that ball is hit in the center field, and that should be out number 3. The Cubbies get a runner on, getting thrown out. We go to the 11th. It's still 2-2. Jack Harper's out the pitch, his first plate pitching appearance. He'll be facing Isbell, Rowe, and Donahue. Frank is 1 for 4 today. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Tinker, over to first for out number 1. And George is up now. He's 2 for 4 with an RBI today. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Rowe. This is a heck of a game, ain't it? A swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down now. And Donahue's up. He's 1 for 4. And that's a swing and a miss. The ball gets by him. He's going to make it down to first. No, he didn't. I thought as far as that ball got away, he made it down to first, but they throw down to first to get him. Take a look at this. And we go to the bottom of the 11th, the top of the order due up here for the Cubs. Ed Walsh is still out there. He's pitched 10 innings, 8 hits, 2 runs, walked 1. They've got Huffman, Schreckert, and Schultz. Huffman with that leadoff single to start the game's his only hit of the day. Can he get aboard here? Here's the 3-1 pitch to Sully. And that's going to be ball 4. So again, the Cubbies get the leadoff runner aboard. And again, excellent speed, but they've been getting thrown out by McFarland. And here we go. Will Jimmy bunt and get him down the second is the question. Nice bunt down the third. Over to first. The winning runs now in scoring position. And up steps Frank Schultz, having a hell of a World Series. He's 7 for 13 with 3 RBIs, and he's 1 for 3 today. A base hit will most likely score Huffman and win this game. And he's first pitch. No, they're going to intentionally walk him. Don't blame him. Sets up the double play. Like I say, Frank's been hitting the hell out of the ball, but up stands Frank Chance now. He's 1 for 4 today. Looking for his first RBIs of this World Series. Huffman down at second. Schultz at first. Here's the 1-0 pitched to Chance. And that ball is hit over first base. This could be the ball game, folks. Here's the throw home. And he's going to make it in there. And the Cubbies come back and win this game in the bottom of. No, they didn't send him. thought for sure they'd send him. Let's take a look at that again. They held him up at third. Guess he had to make sure that ball made it in the right field, so he held up. So you got Huffman down at third, Schultz at second, Chance at first. Harry Seinfeld just needs to get this ball through the infield here, folks, and this ball game will be over. And here's the first pitch to him. And that ball's hit down the short, and they throw home, and it's not in time. Or it is in time. This graphics is terrible. So there's 2 outs now. It's up to Joe Tinker. Bases are still loaded. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Joe. And that ball is hit out the right field. Nice catch. And this ball game is still tied up. Bases loaded. 1 out, and they don't score. That might come back to kick the Cubbies in the ass. So we go to the top of the 12th. Doherty, McFarland, and Dundon due up here. Patsy, 0 for 3 today. And that's going to be a fly ball in the left field for out number 1. And up steps Babe Town. He's 0 for 1 in this World Series. And here's the pitch from Harper. That's a ground ball down the third, over the first. 2 up and 2 down. And here comes Gus, first plate appearance of the day. He's 1 for 1 in this World Series. See if you can get a 2-out rally started here by the White Sox. And that's a swing and a miss. Nice pitch by Harper. We go to the bottom of the 12th, the bottom part of the order, due up here for the Cubbies. Evers, Kling, and Harper. And Johnny's 2 for 3. Here's the 1-0 pitch to him. And that ball's a slow roller down the second. And Johnny's out. Close play. That brings up Johnny Kling now. He's 1 for 4. And that ball's hit down the third. That should be an easy play over the first. 2 up and 2 down. And we got a pitch hitter here now. Doc Klesler's coming out the pitch hit. His first plate appearance in the World Series. Here's the 1-0 pitch to him. And that ball is lifted in the right field. And that is 1, 2, 3 goes the Cubbies. To the top of the 13th we go. Will this be lucky number 13 for somebody? Carl Lugren comes out to pitch his first plate appearance. Ed Walsh is due to bat here, folks. He has pitched all 12 innings. Then Hahn and Jones, let's see if they let Ed bat. And they do. Can he help his own calls here? He swings and misses. Strike 1. And that brings up the top of the order. Hahn's 2 for 5 today. Here's the pitch from Carl, and that is a base on balls. So he struck 1 out, and now he's walked the go-ahead run. And up steps Jones. Jones is 0 for 4 today. He squares the bunt right in front of the plate. Over to first for out number 2. The winning run's now in scoring position. And up steps Frank Isabel. He's 1 for 5 in the World Series. He's 2 for 12. And he's first pitch swinging. No, they walk him. I don't understand walking him. That brings up George Rowe. He's 2 for 5 today with one of the RBIs. Like I say, I think I'd have pitched to Frank. Does set up the force at any base. And that's a ground ball down the first, over to the Carl. And that ends the inning. The White Sox strand 2. A lot of runners left on base here. And to the top of the order we go. Ed Walsh is still out there. He's pitched 12 innings, 9 hits, 2 runs, and walked 3. How many pitches has he thrown here today? 147 pitches. And up steps Solly Hoffman. He's 1 for 4. And that's a swing and a miss. Ed still got it. And up steps Jimmy Sheckard. And Jimmy is 1 for 4 today. And he get a 1-out rally started for the Cubbies. And that ball is hit into right field. So the Cubbies again got the winning run down at first. Let's see if they can finally crack this nut and get the win here. Frank Schultz is up. He's 1 for 3. Jimmy with excellent speed down there at first. And he's off and running. And this hasn't been working out for the Cubbies. And it doesn't again. And he's thrown out. Now there's 2 outs and Frank's still up. And that's ball 4. And the Cubbies still alive here in the bottom of the 13th. Again, the go-ahead runs down at first. Frank Chance is up. Will they take another shot at stealing second and getting him in scoring position for Chance? And they do, and off he goes. And he's out. No, he's safe this time, folks. So now they got a runner in scoring position for Chance. And Frank deliver here with Schultz down at second. Here's the full count to Chance. And that ball is hit into left field. It drops in for a base hit. He's rounding third. Here comes the play at the plate. And he's safe, folks. The Cubbies win in 13 innings and take a 3-0 lead. What a great game here. What a great game. And unfortunately, we cannot see that play because it doesn't let you do a replay of the last play. It just irritates the shit out of me. Let's take a look here at the box score. The White Sox, 2 runs on 7 hits and no errors. The Cubbies are glad to get out of this with a win. 3 runs on 11 hits and no errors. Cubs are now 1 game away from sweeping this Chicago White Sox after a dramatic walk-off win in the 13th inning at West Side grounds. Cubbies left-hander Jack Felster earned praise for his 3-2 victory in a strong outing in which he threw 8 innings of 7-hit ball. Chicago holds a 3-0 advantage in this World Series. The clutch at bat came in the bottom of the 13th when Chicago first baseman Frank Chance facing Ed Walsh had a runner in scoring position and singled. It's a tough way to lose a game if you're poor Ed Walsh. 13 innings. Let's take a look here. Not much to talk about as far as hitting. Hahn had a good game, 2 for 5. So did George Rowe. And for the Cubbies, Schreckard was 2 for 5 with the 2 RBIs. So old Schreckard came through. And then Chance with the other RBI. Ed Walsh, like I said, 2 2/3, 11 hits, 3 runs, walked 4, struck out 1. Jack goes 8 innings, 7 hits, 2 runs, walked 2, struck out 5. Overhaul comes in, shuts them out. 2 innings, walked 1. Harper, 2 innings, struck out 3. And Lugren comes in, pitches 1 inning, gets the win, walked 2 and struck out 1. Yeah, it was a beautiful game, wasn't it, Ken? Glad I stayed up and did this. So the Cubbies are 1 win away from wrapping up this World Series, folks. Can they sweep the White Sox? The White Sox just cannot hit. I want to thank Ken Castro for stopping by tonight. And if you're new to the channel, hit that like button. Leave a comment. Until next time, you all have a great night and take care.